As we mentioned earlier, Flutter includes a modern reactive framework and a 2D rendering engine. With Flutter's reactive framework, a view is built as an immutable tree of widgets. Widgets are the foundation of Flutter apps. A widget is a description of part of a user interface, and nearly everything is a widget, written in Dart. There are no separate files for layout, customization, or text alignment. All the code for your widget is defined in one Flutter widget. When a widget's state changes, such as due to user input or animations, the widget rebuilds itself according to the new state. This saves developers time because the UI can be described as functions of state. We don't have to write extra code for solely updating the UI when state changes. The framework creates a diff to determine the minimal changes needed to update the render tree. Notably, the rendering engine itself is part of your app. We don't need to bridge the UI rendering code to the native platform. Layout and rendering calls happen much more frequently than platform-specific calls, such as those to the device camera. By doing all the rendering work on the app side, Flutter can quickly render and re-render your widget tree, allowing rich motion and smooth scrolling. This rendering engine is built in Skia, a 2D graphics rendering library, and Dart. It displays widgets for both iOS and Android devices. The iOS and Android platforms just have to provide a canvas for us to place our widgets on and rendering engine inside. This is where it's useful to have ahead-of-time compilation to native code. As long as someone, and it could be you, has written the required device plugins for your app, such as camera and Wi-Fi, and as long as your platform returns a canvas, your Flutter app can be compiled down to run on your target platform of choice. We won't delve into this much more, but it's interesting to know, especially if you're curious about how Flutter itself is built and how it operates. You can learn more in the resources section.